Aloha and welcome to Maui, the stunning Valley Isle. Famous for its pristine beaches, the legendary road to Hāna, and the soaring beauty of Haleakalā. In this video, I'm taking you on a journey across the island, exploring each unique region and what you need to know before you go. From free and budget-friendly activities to where to stay based on your travel style and budget, and the best local spots to eat without the tourist prices, I've got you covered. If it's your first time visiting Maui and you want to experience it with a little insider knowledge, you're in the right place. Maui is the second largest island in the Hawaiian archipelago, located right in the heart of the vast Pacific Ocean. To the east, it's about 2,400 miles from California, which translates to nearly 6 hours by air. Head west, and the next major landmass is Japan, over 3,800 miles away. If you're thinking about cruising to Maui instead of flying, just know you'll be spending 4 to 5 days at sea before you ever set foot on the island. Despite its popularity, only about 15% of the island is actually developed. The rest is a mix of rugged forest, open countryside, and sprawling lava rock fields that give it a raw, untouched feel. Compared to Oahu, Maui is way more laid back. No big cities, no freeways, and none of that non-stop hustle you'll find in Honolulu. That said, it's not quite as sleepy as Kauai or the Big Island, where places start shutting down by 6 p.m. and nightlife is basically non-existent. Maui has a little more going on after dark, but it's still pretty mellow overall. This is an island where people come to chill, not party. Central Maui. Kahului is the biggest town on the island. This is where the main airport is and where you will land. This is the cruise port and commercial core of the island. While it's not the postcard perfect beach town you might picture when dreaming of Hawaii, it plays a key role, not only to the residents of the island but also your trip. This is where you'll pick up your rental car and, more importantly, where you should stock up on supplies before heading to the more scenic resort areas. With big name stores like Costco, Target, and Walmart, Kahului is the place to load up on essentials. If you're staying in a condo or Airbnb, a quick stop at Costco for snacks, drinks, and even pre-made meals can save you a small fortune over the course of your stay, especially if you're traveling with family or a group. There's a swap meet held every Saturday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. behind the University of Hawaii Maui campus. It's one of the best spots to find affordable souvenirs, locally made crafts, and budget-friendly t-shirts. Way better prices than you'll find in resort gift shops. And if you're hungry after your shopping run and want something beyond the usual drive-through fare, Tin Roof, Da Kitchen Cafe, and Ichiban Okazuya are a few popular local spots. Just west of Kahului is ʻīao Valley, a lush, sacred site with a short paved trail leading to views of the iconic ʻīao Needle, a towering green peak surrounded by misty rainforest. This is a quick but powerful stop, rich in history and deeply respected by locals. The hiking here isn't great, it's more of a basic walk through the woods, and I would say it's a little overpriced for what it is. Not far away, the Wahi Ridge Trail offers one of the best hikes on the island, with sweeping views of the northern coast and Kahului. It starts out steep with a moderate incline for 2 miles, but you don't have to hike to the top to get the views. It's moderately challenging, but well worth it for nature lovers and photographers. Make sure to bring plenty of water and good shoes, and be aware that a lot of the hike is not shaded. Not far from Wahi Ridge Trail is the Circle M Ranch. The ranch offers coastal horseback riding tours that explore areas most visitors never see. Riders are treated to sweeping views, all while learning about the island's ranching history. It's a peaceful, off-the-beaten-path experience, perfect for those looking to connect with Maui's quieter, more rugged side. Heading north from Kahului, you'll come across Paia, a quirky and colorful little surf town with a relaxed bohemian vibe. It's the last real town before starting the road to Hāna, so it's an important place to stop to grab some snacks. Old Paia Town is known for its mix of art galleries, health-conscious cafes, and vintage surf shops. Definitely worth spending a couple of hours to wander, check out the shops, and maybe grab lunch, because there are some solid food options here. Just a few minutes farther up the road is Ho'okipa Beach Park, one of the best spots on Maui to see Hawaiian green sea turtles, especially in the late afternoon when they haul out onto the sand to rest. It's also a world-famous windsurfing beach, thanks to the near-constant wind on the North Shore. South Maui, the sunniest side of the island. The southern coast of Maui is made up of 3 regions: Makena, the most high-end and luxurious area of Wailea, and the budget-friendly area of Kīhei. It will take you about 30 to 45 minutes from the airport, depending on where you're staying. There isn't much in Makena. If you follow the road till it ends, you'll wind up in Ahihi-Kana'u Natural Area Reserve that is basically all lava rock. There is a hiking trail that leads from the parking lot, but I wouldn't recommend it. Your time is better spent elsewhere. The only other thing in Makena is Big and Little Beach. Big Beach is one of the most dramatic, a massive crescent of golden sand with powerful shore break. Parking here is $10 a car and $5 per person, which is a little steep, but if you park out on the road and you don't mind a little walk, you can park for free. Little Beach is located on the other side of this ridge. It's a little hike from the parking lot, and the climb to get over the ridge can be tricky if you're carrying a bunch of stuff. But once you're over the hump, the beach is totally worth it. Clear water, sandy bottom, and nice waves to body surf or boogie board. It's also a nude beach, so be prepared.
Huh? It's just completely
Wailea. This place feels like a whole different world compared to the rest of the island. It's super polished, quiet, and definitely on the upscale side. This is where you'll find Maui's big 5 luxury resorts: the Wailea Beach Resort by Marriott, the Grand Wailea, the Four Seasons, Andaz by Hyatt, and the Fairmont Keilani. Even if you're not staying in one of these, it's still worth coming over to this area. The beaches are absolutely beautiful, really well maintained, and there's the Wailea Beach Path that runs along the shoreline for about 1.5 miles. It's a great walking and jogging path with ocean views the entire way, and you can even sneak in a bit of beach hopping along the route. I highly recommend starting your day with an early morning outrigger canoe trip from Wailea Beach. You can book it right in front of the Grand Wailea. Now don't expect big waves like Waikiki. Instead, you'll be gliding through the calm, glassy waters for a couple hours of pure zen. It's peaceful, scenic, and the perfect way to soak in the beauty of Maui before the day gets busy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wailea sounds fancy, and yeah, it can be pricey, especially when it comes to food and the resorts, but there's a little budget hack. Check out resortpass.com. Sometimes you can score day passes to use the pool and facilities at some of these high-end resorts without actually paying the high overnight price. The day pass is not always available, and you might have to book in advance, but when you get one, they're a fun splurge. If you're looking for affordable food in Wailea, my go-to is Island Gourmet Market. This place is super underrated. You can get breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you're in the mood for, and it's all solid. They've also got a little grocery section, grab-and-go meals, and stuff for a beach picnic if you want to eat oceanfront without sitting down at a restaurant. Now, if you don't feel like eating out but don't want to empty your wallet, check out Monkey Pod Kitchen. It's got a really lively vibe, great happy hour specials, and their Lilikoi foam Mai Tais are kind of famous. Stick around and I'll tell you where to get bigger Mai Tais just as good for about half the price. If you're more into beer and chill pub fare, Kahola Brewery is a great local spot with great local beer. Way more relaxed than the resorts. Their smash burger is legit. The steamed southern fried chicken buns are top shelf, and everything we saw come out of the kitchen looked pretty tasty. If money is no object or you just want to splurge, try Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apua'a. This upscale restaurant is named after the state fish of Hawaii and is located near the east side of the Grand Wailea. Great atmosphere, food and views, but expect to pay around $100 per person for dinner and drinks. When it comes to snorkeling, something I always tell first-timers, don't waste your money paying for a snorkeling tour unless you really just want the boat ride. Most of the tours take you to the same spots you can access from the beach. Molokini is only accessible by boat, but you won't see anything there that you won't see just offshore. I believe Molokini to be highly overrated. I found the best snorkeling straight from the beach at places like Five Graves, Ulua Beach, or Polo Beach. All of those places have free public parking. Just don't leave valuables in your car. Moving on to Kīhei, this is the most down-to-earth and budget-friendly of the 3. There are no big resort hotels here. It's filled with condo rentals and Airbnbs, many just across the street from the beach. The best beaches in Kīhei are the Kamoli Beach Parks 1, 2, and 3. If you're looking to save money on food, Kīhei definitely delivers. Nalu's South Shore Grill is a local favorite with great breakfast, a good happy hour, and a live music in the evenings. This is where you can score big Mai Tais for almost half the price of Monkey Pod in Wailea. You'll find some of the island's best poke at places like Foodland or Eskimo Candy. For budget travelers, grocery stores like Times Supermarket are clutch. Stock up on snacks, ready-to-eat meals, and picnic supplies so you can skip the resort prices without skipping flavor. Save your money and skip the overpriced beach gear rentals at the hotel. Instead, head to Anti-Snorkel right in the heart of Kīhei. They've got just about everything you'll need. Snorkel sets, beach chairs, umbrellas, boogie boards, you name it, all at a much lower price than the resorts. You can rent gear for your entire trip, and if you're staying on the west side, no worries. They've got a second location in West Maui, so you're covered no matter where you're based. Heading over to West Maui, this is where the island's deep cultural roots meet golden beaches and dramatic coastal cliffs. We'll start with Lahaina, the historic heart of West Maui. Once the capital of the Hawaiian Kingdom and a bustling 19th century whaling port, Lahaina has long been a favorite for visitors. Although most of the town was tragically burnt to the ground by the wildfires of 2023, efforts to rebuild have been slowly progressing, but it will take some time before this town resembles what it once was. Just north of Lahaina is Kaʻanapali, Maui's first master-planned resort area. Developed back in the 1960s and still one of the best spots to stay on the island. It's built around a long, gorgeous stretch of beach lined with large resorts, beachfront dining, and a scenic beach walk that connects everything. Kaʻanapali Beach is iconic, great for swimming, snorkeling, and parasailing, or just lounging with your feet in the sand. At the north end, Black Rock is a favorite for snorkeling and cliff jumping. For a quieter escape, head just past the Sheraton to Mays Beach. This is a true hidden gem that is often completely empty. If you're looking for a truly memorable experience, book a sunset dinner cruise that launches right from the beach. With an open bar and unbeatable views, it's one of those only in Maui moments that stays with you for decades. Most accommodations here have mid to high-end resorts, but if you're traveling on a budget, you can find great deals on vacation condos, especially outside of peak season. At the center of it all is Whalers Village, where you'll find shops, casual bites, and a handful of beachfront restaurants like Monkey Pod, Leilani's, and Hula Grill, perfect for sunset dinners or drinks with your toes in the sand. And yes, this is where you have to try the famous hula pie. It's big enough to share, but you probably won't want to. For more affordable eats, there's a small food court at Whalers Village, and we found the chicken Caesar wrap from Cafe Jai to be a great budget-friendly option. For breakfast, head up the road to Slappy Cakes, a fun spot where you can flip your own pancakes right at the table, a hit with kids and kids at heart. Another local favorite is Poppy's Ohana, famous for their giant cinnamon rolls and afternoon pizza. Get there early though. The line usually starts forming the moment they open, and can wrap all the way around the corner. Continuing up the west coast, you'll pass through residential areas of Honokawai and Kahana before reaching Nāpili, a peaceful, lesser-known gem. Nāpili Bay is a beautiful crescent beach with soft sand and calm, clear waters. Great for swimming and snorkeling, it's also home to a few small locally owned inns and condos that are often more affordable than the big resorts. You'll find some decent lunch options around the Nāpili Market Shopping Center, but we always seem to find ourselves at Nāpili Market for some spam musubis and grab-and-go sushi heading back from the beach. At the northern tip of Maui is Kapalua, known for its lush scenery and luxury resorts like the Ritz-Carlton and the Montage. In front of the Montage, the Cliff House, a once hidden gem, is now a popular hangout for swimming, rock jumping, and snorkeling. The Kapalua Coastal Trail offers one of the best shoreline walks on the island, and nearby Honolulu Bay is the top snorkeling spot when the conditions are calm. No trip to Maui is complete without a visit to Haleakalā National Park. At over 10,000 feet, the summit offers one of the most surreal sunrises and sunsets you'll ever see. Sunrise requires a reservation, and there's a $30 entrance fee, good for 3 days. From Wailea, it's about a 90-minute drive, and a bit over 2 hours from Kaʻanapali. So for sunrise, you'll want to leave around 3 a.m. Bring warm layers, it's freezing at the top. For the adventurous, biking down the crater is a popular option with tour companies offering guided descents, though it's not for the faint of heart. On the far eastern side of the island, the small town of Hāna is the endpoint on the legendary Road to Hāna, a winding drive through waterfalls, jungle, and coastline. Once there, it's about peace and quiet. There are a few small hotels like Hāna Maui Resort and a growing number of Airbnb rentals, but dining and shopping are limited. Make sure to book your accommodations early if you plan to stay in this area. Just outside of town is Wailea State Park, home to the island's famous black sand beach. Be aware that this is now requiring advanced reservations. Just past Hāna, you'll find the 7 sacred pools and the best hike on the island, the PPY Trail. This moderate but long hike is famous for its massive banyan tree, lush bamboo forest, and the towering Waimoku Falls at the end. Finally, the area known as Upcountry is made up of a few quieter towns on the slopes of Haleakalā. They're mostly residential and not a common place to stay. Upcountry has a few boutique shops and bakeries. It's a nice stop if you're looping back from Haleakalā or just exploring the countryside.